Hello, boys and girls. This is Matt Bowman is Bothered, and I'm Matt Bowman. How is it for you? For me, I'm feeling pretty good. It's a Tuesday. Normally record on Saturdays, but we've had extenuating circumstances. That makes it seem like there's a big deal that was happening. Nothing happened. There was football all day Saturday. And then there was football all day Sunday. And then yesterday, I just had some shit to do. And so now it's Tuesday. And that's when I'm recording. So I've got my water here. No Mio, going virgin. Fucking straight down the middle. Just good old-fashioned agua. Yeah, dude. Is aqua and agua, are those supposed to be that close together? What's aqua? Like, agua is fucking Spanish for water. It's Spanish for H2O. But what's aqua? Is that just like a pretty blue color? I guess. But I've got some just straight up agua today. No Mio. Mio adds a little bit of flavor, but I just finished having a Coke Zero. And I don't need any more flavor. Don't need any more shug. No more Suge Knight for me. But the thing is that there's no sugar in it. It's Coke Zero. And the zero is for how much fun you have. I don't know. That's fucking stupid. No, but Coke Zero, I am a full-on Coke Zero as opposed to Diet Coke. Because I went from Coke and then... If you want to freak yourself out, like even a tiny, teensy bit, peep the nutrition facts on a can of Coke. How that doesn't stop anyone in their tracks is insane. No wonder the fountain drinks, it's just, they don't put it on there. Because if you found out how much sugar you were drinking, it was enough to for the nutritional value of a small village, you'd be like, hey, maybe I probably shouldn't drink that. But they put it fucking smack dab in the middle of your frickin' can or bottle, and boy, it's alarming. I think the worst is somehow the sodas that you don't even drink that often, like grape and orange, dude. Those things, that's got enough sugar to kill someone. Go into anaphylactic shock, which is a phrase that I hear but don't really understand. But yeah, I'm big on Coke Zero now, dude. Coke Zero rules. I don't know how it's sweet. And can someone definitively fucking tell me or tell us, but specifically me, is Diet Coke and aspartame, whatever jizz they have in there to make it sweet, is that okay? Is that good? Is it cancerous? Why? Because you just hear shit and it's just it's actually, there's no problem. There's no problem whatsoever. And then they're like, well, if you put a hamburger in it and let it soak there for 3 days, then it destroys it, and that's what you're pouring into your veins. And it's like, okay, well, which one? What's real? Which one is true? Because they can't. That's where I'm just like, how have we not figured this out yet? How do we not, every other year, aspartame is good for you, the next year it's bad for you, the same way fucking 1 year eggs are good for you, and then the next year eggs are terrible for you. In my lifetime of 29 years, I have seen the pendulum swing from, if you eat eggs, you're going to die today, to eggs are a power food that cost 0 points on Weight Watchers, back to, if you even look at an egg, you will develop anal cancer, back to, eggs are delightful. Which is it? Or is the whole thing good to eat, or is it just the white part, or is the yolk, is that the good part? I know that color has something to do with it. If you get an egg and the yolk is a pale yellow, that's a shitty egg. And I don't know why it is, because I guess it's like something to do with how the chicken was eating. But if it's like an orange, like almost not even what an egg should look like if it's an orange color, because when you grow up, you're like, eggs are, when you crack them, they're white and orange. That's apparently the type you need. You're looking for type orange. Those are apparently better for you because they have like more nutritions in it. But I don't know why. Or if it's actually good for you. No one can actually tell me. Because there's always data. There's always data that people just talk about. Just like, well, according to the data, according to the studies. And I'm just like, well, it seems like everybody has a study. Everybody's got that. I guess plenty of nerds have that much time. So, but what's the real thing? I just want to know. I don't care either way. I have no dog in the fight. I just want to know, can I have the Farmer's Choice breakfast at Bob Evans with impunity? I don't think I used that correctly, but I would just like clearance, clarification. I require clarification and a trial by combat. This is fucking all over the place so far. 6.5 minutes in, and boy, I am just fucking all over, dude. But yeah, I watched a lot of sports this weekend. Sports were fucking dope. It's so good to have football back. Like, I can't describe how good it is to have football back. It is the best sport in the world, I think. But yeah, college football was the tits this weekend. Alabama should have lost. I fucking hate Alabama. I hate them so much. And when they win, it makes me think of crying babies. And I think that I might just be a crying baby. But boy, oh boy, they should have lost. Texas A&M, which is a wannabe program. Fucking Jimbo Fisher, which is the hickest name. Seriously, come up with a hicker name. There was a couple years ago in a college football game back when Jimbo Fisher was still at Florida State, which can he only coach teams with burnt red as their primary color? Fucking A&M and Florida State, regardless. He was the coach of Florida State, and Dabo Swinney is the coach of the Clemson Tigers. And that was just a battle of the good old boys. Who's coaching the game this Saturday? Oh, just fucking Dabo and Jimbo. Are these cartoon characters? No, these are grown adults. These are men that pay taxes. When they signs their name, it says Jimbo and Dumbo and Flimbo and Bimbo. What's going on down there? Jimbo and Dabo? That's not a word. Jimbo is what you call a small boy. Like in a sitcom, a small child with no lines that is just wandering around. That's Jimbo, not a grown man, not an adult. His name is Jim, his name is James, okay? And Dabo, that's not a word. And I know that names are just proper noun, whatever. But Dabo, that's not it. Dabo isn't a word. Dabo, and his last name is Swinney? Wow. His name was made in a vat of sweet tea. Like, his name is 90% sugar and 10% tea leaves. That is just the sweetest cup of iced tea you've ever had in your fucking life. That's what his name is. Jimbo Fisher and Dabo Swinney. Wow. Can't handle it. But as I said that, I said, like, Dabo isn't a word, which I agree with, but also I'm about to poke holes in that. because I was thinking the other day, people are like, "Oh, that's not a word. That's not a word." Okay. Or no, it's not necessarily not that it's not a word. It's not a real word. That's what people will say, like, kerflipperslop. Well, that's not a real word. Well, then what is it? Is it a word? Or is it just a sound? I guess, like that's not a word. That's a sound. Like a clap or a snap or, like, I don't know, piss hitting water. That's not words, but so those are sounds. But I'm not making those sounds with my mouth. I'm just talking, and I feel like by the nature of just saying things like that are kind of words. I don't know. I smoke too much marijuana. But I guess if I'm saying it, how is it not real? You know? How are any words real then? Just because we say so? Just because a group of people in Oxford or wherever the fuck Merriam-Webster is? Just because they got together and were like, these are it. But I mean, they also didn't just stop, you know? Like, they don't just stop making words. So who's making them? Who gets to come up with a word? How many people have to agree before something is officially a word? Because that's not a real word horseshit, I disagree with. Because all of these were at one time not real words, so what defines a real word? I think if you want it to be a word, by golly, go get it. Take that word, dude. That's your word. Nobody else's. God damn. Make up some words. Fucking can you submit? Is it like the Guinness Book of World Records where you can just be like, hey, can you send somebody out here to tell me there's a fucking real word? Or can we do this over email? You know? Can I get clarity on that? I'm just looking for clarity this week. Give me some fucking clarity, dog. Where's John Mayer when you need him? Give me some clarity, some gravity. I don't know, man. The fucking Queen's dead. A little late on that. By the time this comes out, she'll have been dead a week. Maybe a little over. And I think she died on Saturday. Did she die on the 8th? Hold on. No, she didn't. No, she died. She didn't die on the Saturday. She died on the 8th, which is a Thursday, I think. She died last week. Whatever. Oh yeah, she definitely did, because I hosted an open mic that night and she was dead. I don't care, but I do. I don't know. Like, I don't have a hard opinion either way. Like, it's not. She never affected. I will say I'm shocked it hasn't happened sooner. Like, there were plenty of times where I would just wake up every morning and be like, I bet the Queen dies today. And then at the end of the day, I'll be like, I don't know how she did it, dude. She is so old. There were pictures of her with every president since Harry Truman. That's stupid. Harry Truman made the decision to drop the atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Hiroshima, for the layman. Fucking since Harry Truman? Are you shitting me? There are people that don't even know that Harry Truman was president. And that's how long she's been Harry motherfucking Truman. She was born in the 1920s. She has her dude, sometimes time just fucks with my head. Because, like, I'll get back to the Queen in just a second. I'm sorry. I'm a little scatterbrained today. But sometimes I forget and fail to realize that people exist. People don't just, like, drop into history at the age that they did their most important thing. Does that make sense? Where, I don't know, I love World War II, and I'm going to talk about it for the rest of time, so buckle up. But I don't know, somebody like Winston Churchill or FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He was president, obviously, during World War II. He was president in the late 20s through the early 40s when he died. But he didn't just appear at 60. He was born in the 1800s. That's fucking nuts. You know? He was probably born, let's see when he died. He died in 45. So yeah, he was probably in his 70s or 80s, which means he would have been born in like the 1880s. No, Let's just Google it. I have a laptop. Let's just Google it. Franklin D. Roosevelt. He was born in 1882. That's stupid. That means his father probably fought or participated in some capacity in the Civil War. Like, the overlap of history is astonishing to me. You know? Like, let's see when Truman was... When was Truman born? Truman was probably born in the early 1900s. That's what I bet. Holy shit! Like, that's... this. So, Harry Truman was born in 19... Harry Truman was born in 1884 and died in 1972. Fucking Led Zeppelin existed. He was born in a fucking... when they didn't have indoor plumbing across the nation. Like, that was... like, if you went to a hotel and they were like, hey, we have indoor plumbing, you're like, what the fuck? Like, that's how... when he was born. And by the end of it, Led Zeppelin and fucking The Who are burning guitars. Don't come at me. I fucking know. I mean, the Who was more the smash. But you know what I mean? Like, fucking... that's wild. The amount of shit that people saw, like... So Harry Truman was born in 1884, and a woman who just died 5 days ago had a picture with him when she was queen. That's bananas. Like, the overlap of history is fucking stupid. Like, I'll talk to my grandfather. I'll talk to my Grandpa Bowman. He's one of the best people I know. But he grew up hella poor in, like, the mountains of West Virginia. And he would tell me a story. He told me a story once where when he was a boy, for food, his dad was hired by the local butcher to kill a cow. How did he kill the cow, Matt? His dad hit it in the face with a hammer. Whoa. And I'm sitting there talking to him while holding a phone that has all of everything on it. How does he exist in both of those realities? I don't know how I make it through the day. That's crazy. He watched his father kill a cow by hitting it in the face with a construction tool, and now I can call him and see his face from 3,000 miles away. Whoa. That's insane to me. It really does make me be like, man, I should probably shut the fuck up sometimes, you know? Like, I don't know. I feel like me and just most of us just need like an attitude adjustment. You need an attitude adjustment, but for real. Where it's just like, holy shit, dude, I don't even think we understand how good we've got it. We being most people. Obviously, there are plenty of people that shit's still pretty tough for. But on the whole, damn, we got it pretty fucking good. This all started because I was talking about the dead queen. Yeah, she's dead. And yeah, I think it's wild that she's dead. Let me pull this up here. What did I write? But yeah, I think it's, yeah, I haven't seen it as much, like, among, like, friends or people, but I love that there are people that are just, like, have super hard opinions on it. And maybe I need to read more, but I'm just like, yeah, I don't think you know much. I think a lot of people think it's cool, or like, she sucks. And it's just like, all right, that's very possible, but can you tell me why? And I guarantee 90% of people would be like, yeah, well, they have a lot of money and whatever. All right, that's fine. I mean, that sounds like a you problem. And again, I'm not trying to say good person, bad person. I'm not trying to cast moral aspersions or judgments. I just think that 90% of people that are giving an opinion one way or the other are probably just angry and actually aren't, like, well-informed. That's it. That's all I'm saying. And I would probably put myself in that category of not well-informed. I've seen The Crown, but I don't think that that's, like, definitive. It has Olivia Colman and Matt Smith in it. You know, that's not, like, this isn't canonical, I don't think. But it is interesting. I also think it's funny that we're gonna probably go through this shit probably pretty soon again, because Charles is in his early 70s. That's too old. Then again, fucking our current president is, like, in the grave. Where is he? Can anyone tell me? But yeah, dude, fucking, I bet Charles is actually, like, a little pissed. Well, obviously, like, his mother died. Well, I was watching, like, his first address to the British nation, since his mom died, and he's 73, and he says, "To my mama and my recently deceased papa." I'm like, what? No, dude, you're pop. You're papa. You're 73, dude. You don't say papa. You don't say mama. That's weird, dude. You're old as fuck. You don't say shit like that. You leave that to your great-great-grandchildren to say that shit. Whatever. But he's 73. People die at 73 all the time. I know that he's now the King of England, so they're going to be shooting him up with orphans' virgin blood for all hours of the day to keep him alive, like they did his mother. Like, they were just bathing her in, like, the blood of deceased people just to keep her young, you know? But we could very easily be going through this whole thing like that, you know? Just like one fucking Monarch doesn't die for 70 years and then 2 die in, like, 5 minutes, comparatively, you know? Or he could live for, like, another 25 years. I think that's crazy that he's just now taking over. You know, like, it's nuts that we elected Biden and he's so fucking old. But at least he's like, hey, man, I ain't gonna make it past another 4 years. Like, that's it. Like, they might have to find a new candidate because he's not gonna be able to make it. This guy's in there for life. He's in there forever, you know? At some point, they're going to need to fucking break. One of these fuckers is going to have to die younger. You know? God damn it. Yeah, because if he lives to 90, whatever, whoever's next in line, which I think is William? I don't know, dude. Let me check. Who is next in line for the throne? Just says Tyrion. What? So, yes, that's great. Fucking tell me in the first result. I type in who is next in line for the throne, and it says, with Queen Elizabeth's death on Thursday after ruling for 70 years as the United Kingdom's longest-serving monarch, her son Charles has ascended the throne. I fucking know that. I'm asking who is now next in line. Charles, his sons and grandchildren are the next claimants to the throne. What are their names? This is fucking stupid. And then I click on the thing, it says, like, people also ask, and it says, who are the next 5 people in line for the throne? And then it doesn't give names. It says the Prince of Wales, Prince George of Wales, the Princess Charlotte of Wales. Okay, actually, as I'm reading this, it does fucking say a couple names, but it doesn't say the next name. It just says the Prince of Wales. Who is it? Who is the Prince of Wales? No, he's not the Prince of Wales. He's the King of England now. Charles III. Yes, he took after his fucking mom and just was like, my name. I wonder if there's a tradition, like, if... I guarantee, I think there was like a King William or whatever, but I would love it if he was just like, I'm King Bill. I'm King Jim Bob. Fucking King Dabo. Yeah, that's... Okay, what the hell? It's got to be William. There we go. Yeah, William, Prince of Wales. Okay, so William, that partially bald guy. And then and then Harry's the ginge who lives in fucking Malibu or whatever. Okay, so William is 40. He's currently 40. So if his dad lives another 20-some years, he's going to take over in his mid-60s. Somebody's got to die early on so we can stop getting these old fucks in the monarchs. Yeah, this is interesting shit. I don't know. But yeah, she's dead, and I think it's crazy how time works. Dude, they take that shit so fucking seriously over there, the Brits. Like, and I get it, like, something that hasn't happened in 70 years, that's crazy. We should take that. But, like, they canceled all fucking soccer games, which I know that's not that crazy, but it did annoy me a little bit. I was like, really, bitch, you couldn't fucking die a little later or not? Can you die in the off season? Yeah, fucking died 4 months ago. Nobody gives a shit. It'd be mid-June. There's nothing going on. But yeah, they take it so fucking seriously. Like, I looked, there's not allowed to be comedy on television until the end of the mourning period. And the mourning period is like 12 days. That's what they're like, fucking, you better be sad. No ha-has. You know how the point of laughter is to, like, provide levity and, like, liven, like, kind of make a bad situation okay? No. The Queen's death. The Queen is dead. Oh my goodness. It's also crazy that when you say the Queen, people know who you're talking about. I know that there's not many kings and queens around, so that's probably... But, like, the fact that you can go almost anywhere in the world and say the Queen, and people would have known who you were talking about. That's pretty nuts. Are they the most famous people in the world? Maybe not them, because I don't think I could name who... But, like, I know... Everybody in the world basically knows who the British monarch is. And that's pretty cool. Say what you want about them or what they've done. Again, I don't really know much, but it is dope. I would kill for that name recognition, where people would just be like, "Hey, who's the saddest kid in the Midwest?" And be like, "Oh, it's Matt Bowman." It's like, "Oh yeah, of course." That would be cool. I would love to hold that title. Yeah, man. She's dead. She ain't getting any deader. She's very dead. I keep getting updates that, like, her coffin is being taken all over the place. Can we just bury her? Why does she need to go on a book tour after, like, post-mortem? Why are we going on a post-mortem fucking farewell tour? Just, take her to the big church. And where do they bury monarchs? That's pretty crazy. Yeah, just bury her. Just get it over with. Let me have soccer and comedy on television. All right, that's it. So yeah, I'm bothered by a couple other things this week. I've been talking a lot about names today, and names are funny. But it really grinds my goat when somebody has, like, a stupidly spelled name and you don't know them and you try to pronounce their name and you get it wrong and they give you shit for it. Like, hey, dude, I don't fucking know you. I am not familiar with your stupid ass name. I'm trying my best to get it right, and you give me fucking lip. I don't appreciate that. You know? Like, somebody's name is Eric, but they spell it like Eayric, and you're like, Eoric? And they're like, it's actually Eric? And you're like, lick my whole ass, dude. What are you talking about? This is a new arrangement of letters that I've never seen before. You know, like when you're in school and your teacher is just like, here is the word stupendous. And you're like, stupendous? She's not like, you fucking idiot. How dare you? How dumb are you? You idiot. You don't understand anything about anything. No, she's like, hey, this is a new word for you. Here you go. And you know what? I would love to know how to pronounce your name. And if you were like, hey man, by the way, my name it's Eric. My parents are fucking hippies. They smoked a lot of weed and they spelled it in the most ridiculous fashion. I would understand that. You know? Own the fact that you've got a silly ass name. Own that. Because it's annoying to the rest of us who are out here trying our best and have a lot of shit going on anyway, for somebody to come in and be like, well, actually, it's like, dude, this is my first go around. This is my first try with this corny, weird shit. If you're my friend and I continually fuck it up, maybe we can have a conversation. But also, your name's dumb. Your name is stupid. Sorry. People are like, wow, dude, Matt Bowman, what a boring name. Yeah, well, no one struggles with it. No one's just like M-A-T-T. Mati? Mti. Matim. No, it's just fucking Matt. That's it. Matt. Boom, in and out. That's great. My brother, Adam. That's it. You know? But if somebody was struggling and they were trying to figure it out, I wouldn't call them a coward or be personally offended. Like, how do you not have the self-awareness to know that, like, your name is insane? Like, you've had it at that point for years, and maybe after the 10th person struggles to pronounce it, maybe you could be like, hey, this is a tough word for people. Have just some understanding. That's all I'm asking. Just a little understanding. Just have a little standing. A little understanding. You know? Just be chill. Chill. Cool out. There's no need to get your feathers in a kerfuffle. Kerfuffle. How is that a word? You're telling me that some guy came up with the word kerfuffle and people were immediately like, that's a real word. That's real right there. It's real now. So what's the secret? What's the secret? How do you make new words? Does the queen do it? Because she's dead now. I don't know. If you've got a dumb name, just own it. That's all I'm saying. People can't own it because people are dumb. People are so fucking dumb. It blows my mind how dumb people are. Like, I posted a clip on Instagram a couple days ago, and it was just me talking. It was the last episode, and it was just me talking about how I think that fast food toys need to step their game up, because I think that they kind of suck. Most of the time, they used to be fun, and now they're stupid. That was kind of the essence of it. And some guy commented on it and just said, bro, way bigger issues out there. Yeah, I fucking know that, dude. Are you dumb? Because it sounds like it. Dude, obviously, There are bigger issues out there. Like, what do you want me to do? I would hate to fucking go to a dinner party at your house and people be like, hey, Bill, did you catch the game last night? How can you talk about a game when there are people dying in Ukraine? It's like, Jesus Christ, I was just trying to talk about, I mean, like, there was a crazy, like, war in the trenches on Sunday. It's like, there's a war going on in Eastern Europe. It's like, chill the fuck out, dude. You suck to talk to. Yeah, people are very, very dumb. Like, I was walking through the park the other day, and this guy is talking to his buddy, and he was like, here's the thing, man. The stocks only go up. They're only going up. It's like, hey, I don't think that's true. That can't be true. I've never invested a day in my goddamn life, but I know that that's not true. You know? My parents didn't lose half of their money in 2008 just 'cause. They didn't just throw it in the trash. Stocks go down, my G. How can you even have that position? The stocks only go up? Yeah, dude, are you the president of Enron? Like, why in the world would you say that? That makes less than no sense. Find some sense and then lose it, because you got no sense there. You've got no sense whatsoever. Yeah, dude. Bothers me. Really, really bothers me. All right. To be honest, I'm probably just going to cut this short because I am legitimately kind of thrown off right now. So yeah. Yeah, that'd be all right. It's going to be just a few minutes short, so that's fine. Please, I should start doing this at the top because I've noticed, like, on podcasts, people will, like, plug stuff and do stuff at the very end. Unless you're, like, a die-hard fan, which I know that I have zero of, you're not going to stay all the way to the end. So I need to start fucking plugging shit up top, or maybe even in the middle somewhere. But I need to do that. But yeah, follow me on Instagram at Matt Bowman Comedy, on Twitter at Batmoman, in fucking TikTok Matt Bowman Comedy, and on YouTube also Matt Bowman Comedy. So yeah, check it out. Stay bothered, and I will see you next week. Bye, everybody.